friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today we did a little shop my stash, get ready with me, full face. Very simple on the face today, not too many products. Eyes are honestly pretty simple. I know they look very bold and vibrant, but it wasn't difficult. It's not too many shades. I think this was a pretty easy but bold look. I'm not doing anything today, obviously, but I am gonna play Sims all day. And I'm gonna look cute doing it. I feel like an icy with these eyes, like the ones you would get at the movie theater. I literally feel like an icy. I think it's cute. Anyways, let's just hop into it. There's no need for me to ramble anymore. Hello, let's just hop right into this makeup. I did already prime. I primed before I did my brows because I really like my primers to sink into the skin, and otherwise I just put my primer on and then I just have to wait here for it to sink in. But I've actually been using my Beauty Bakery Wake and Bake oil. The original topper kind of popped off. There's like a layer that goes over top of this. It broke, so I just have the plain topper now. But I've been using this again. I used to love this and I just kind of stopped using it, but I've really been enjoying using it again. I feel like my normal to dry skin really likes it in the morning before makeup, so just trying to use some things that I haven't used in a while. And then for my regular primer, I just used my Colourpop Pretty Fresh, which I do really like. Milk Makeup Hydro Grip is still #1 in my mind, but I do really like this as well. Gonna skip foundation again. A couple of you requested that I use my Milk Makeup Flex foundation stick, but I just really don't want to wear foundation right now. So I'm not going to wear that today, but next time I feel so inclined as to wear foundation and to get ready with me, I will for sure use that. But I did have someone request that I use some Juvia's Place products, so I figured I would use the concealer. I personally have the shade number 23. It's a bit light, so we're going to go very light-handed with this today. I'm only going to target very specific spots, but I do really like this concealer. It's one of my absolute favorites. What are you guys up to? It's Monday the 20th, so I plan on uploading this tomorrow so that we're in more real time with this Get Ready With Me. I feel just so incredibly lazy, it's not even funny. I actually didn't film at all this weekend, which is the first time I haven't filmed all weekend in a long time. I usually film at least one day during the weekend. And I skipped Saturday. I planned on filming yesterday, and then I was just like, no, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not gonna do it, and it felt really nice. I learned that Zane had Sims 4 through like some gaming subscription. I don't know which one, but he just already had it because of some subscription he paid for a long time ago. So I installed that and played that all day yesterday. It was great. I really like it. Zane was telling me that apparently a lot of people didn't like Sims 4, but I think it's really fun. I wasn't a huge fan of Sims 3. I really liked Sims 2, and I feel like Sims 4 reminds me of like a stepped up version of Sims 2, which is really fun, but I'm totally playing again today. Part of me really wanted to skip filming today too, just to play all day, but I was like, no, you need a video for tomorrow. People are counting on you. So I'm gonna film this, I'm gonna edit, get it uploaded, and then play Sims all day, and it's gonna be great. I feel like my skin's actually not doing so hot. It feels extra dry. I don't know why that is. Could be hormonal, could be weather related because Florida's weather is always flip-flopping around like crazy. I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup Baked Bronze Stick. You might hear the rain. I have my window shut, but it's raining fairly hard, so you might hear the rain. I just love this bronzing stick. I can't get over it. Oh, as of like right now, I'm like 2 away from 15,000 subscribers, which is wild. So thank you. I like don't even have words. I can't believe that. Thank you guys for just hanging out with me, sticking around, joining me, since obviously I have some new people. Hello, thank you, I appreciate you. I'm excited to keep filming content. I've been having a lot of fun playing with things I already own and not being on a buy mindset, which I feel like I've I feel like I've been pretty good for the last year or so, like not feeling the need to buy every new release. But it's been nice not buying any new releases. I'm not going on like a no buy or anything, like permanently, just for the time being while I'm not working. But I don't know, even when I'm done working, I really just want to keep doing lots of Shop My Stash videos with stuff that I already own, things like that. I think it'll be fun. And you guys seem to be enjoying it too. I do want to add just a teensy little bit of concealer on my nose, just because sometimes the bronzer starts to overwhelm. And then I feel like my nose looks too dark. Zane and I have been spending our evenings watching like lots of popular movies that maybe I haven't seen or maybe both of us haven't seen. So we watched, what did we watch the other night that I'm not so sure about? Dinner for Schmucks. It's like, it was really funny. I really like Paul Rudd, but that movie was so chaotic and stressful to watch. I kind of hate when movies get so uncomfortably awkward when there's like such an issue happening. I'm like, there could be such an easy solution. But it was funny. We watched Sweeney Todd a few nights ago because Zane had never seen it, which I didn't even realize he'd never seen it. I feel like that's bad on my part for not realizing that. But he loved it, of course, because it's a masterpiece. I've met people that don't even like musicals that say they like Sweeney Todd, so that says something. Alright, cream blush. Gonna use my Puff Cloud paint again because I'm obsessed with it. I have that other one that was gifted to me from one of you, but I don't feel like using that shade yet. I'm really on this pinky blush kick, and especially for the powder blush, I'm going to tap over it. I really want to keep it super pink. The other one's a lot more of like a vibrant coral orange kind of color, and that's just not what I'm going for today. Just love the way these cream products blend out. Creams are my favorite. I can't believe I was so scared of them for such a long time. So glad I started venturing into it last year. I like to just take the leftover that's on my sponge to just kind of tap in the center of my forehead and on my chin. It doesn't make it crazy blushy, I just feel like it adds just a slight something to kind of balance things out. Cream highlight, of course, Star Bright Light Stick from Colourpop. Freaking love this. I'm just gonna set my under eyes with my Milk Makeup Blur Setting Powder, and then I'm going to move on. I'm going to continue this trend of not feeling the need to set my entire face just because, one, it's wasteful of my favorite powder ever, and two, I just don't feel the need to. I'm gonna be at home all day. There's a high chance I'm gonna take this makeup off very shortly after wearing it just so I don't have to have it. I'm gonna set the rest of my face just very lightly with the High Glass powder, mostly just in my cheek zone, just because, like I said in the last Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me, I feel like my powder blush blends better if I have a little bit of powder down. I feel like on just over creams it doesn't blend as well. And for blush, this was requested from a few people, but you wanted to see me use my Beauty Bakery Cotton Candy Champagne palette again. I'm gonna use this one called Sip Sip Hooray. It's just a very cute shimmer pink. This is a very shimmery blush palette, so if you don't like that, you won't like this. I didn't really make a statement about it on YouTube yet, but I made one on Twitter and my Instagram story. And I wasn't gonna make one on YouTube just because I don't want anyone to feel pressured. But then I realized maybe I should make a statement saying you don't need to feel pressured. But due to a lot of people suggesting it and saying you wanted me to make one, I made a coffee account, which is basically just a way for you to tip creators. I think they're in $3 increments and you can tip as many coffees as you want, whether it just be the one $3 one or you can do multiple. And I made one, and literally do not feel pressured to tip me, but because I have already gotten tips so generously from you guys, I think that will make it so I can replenish my powder and my lash glue. So thank you. Just tapping my sponge over everything just to make sure it all blends in nicely. Oh, I love how glowy my skin looks. Alrighty, freckles. Gonna keep using my Lime Crime Freckle Pen until it dies, just because why not? The day that I'm filming this is the day I uploaded my answering questions about like the behind the scenes stuff of being a small YouTuber. And a few people have assumed that I do my filming standing up, and I just think that's so funny. I can't imagine standing right now filming this look. That's just so silly to me. Not that someone's question about it was silly. It's just funny to imagine that I'm like potentially just standing here. We're getting there. Highlights. It was requested that I use one of my Bitter Lace Beauty Candy Coated highlights again. I don't know which one I want to use though. I think I'm going to use Sugar Sweets. This one I feel like can kind of go with no matter what look I do. But we'll just see because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do eyeshadow wise yet. And I totally just dropped that on my shirt. Now my shirt's sparkly. Alright, Kaleidos H1 highlight brush as usual. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's very icy blue, isn't it? Very icy blue green. Maybe this isn't the one I meant to grab, but it's the one we grabbed, isn't it? I'm not even going to dip in for my nose highlight just because there's already so much pigment on the brush. I don't want it to go too overkill. Just going to pounce over that to help it sink into the skin even more. I'm going to set my face with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Mist. While I let that kind of sink into my skin, I did throw in my NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel and my NYX Lip Conditioner on my lips. Now we can move on. So in my last video, I talked about those Spoiled Lips Cosmetics palettes that got sent to me, and a lot of you said that it was okay to use PR in these videos, especially because these aren't new palettes. And a lot of you specifically wanted to see this palette, which is called the Oh Abby palette. It's a rainbow palette, lots of colors, bigger palette than I typically like, but I guess I'm going to use it anyways because I have it and you guys want to see me use it. And I do think it's pretty. I like the look of the colors. I did use the small 9-pan one, the Slave for Salma palette, in an IGTV video recently, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised. Not surprised, but just pleasantly impressed with the quality of them. I hope this palette performs similar. I asked on my Instagram story last night for you guys to tell me which colors you want to see me use, and pretty much everyone gave me a different answer. But I feel like the majority of you pretty much wanted to see stuff in this vicinity, like the burgundy purple color, the blues, the periwinkles, the pinks. Well, a couple of you wanted to see me use the pressed glitter. I don't think I'm going to use the pressed glitter. I'm not a huge pressed glitter person. Maybe one day I'll use it, but I don't think I'm going to use that today. But again, I don't really know what look I'm going to do. We're just going to see. I might go like this color into the purple, into the blue, something like that. I'm not quite sure. We will find out. It's going to be really pretty though, and I don't want to just like do a rainbow look either. Gonna prime my eye with my Alter Ego eyeshadow base. People keep asking me if I like this one more than the Smashbox. I do like this one, but I'm only using it instead of the Smashbox because I ran out of the Smashbox. I will forever love the Smashbox one more, I think. Alright, so let's just go ahead and start by laying down this Forever Young shade. I'm gonna put this pretty much majority of my crease and lower lash line. This is an Anastasia dual-ended brush. I found that these shadows do have a, well, with the other palette at least, I'll update you my thoughts as I'm using these specific shadows, but with the other palette I found that they had pretty good pigmentation. I could build them up a little bit more if I needed to, and they seem to all blend pretty fine. The shimmers I used in that palette were really pretty, but the shimmers in this palette look like a different texture, so I'm not as hopeful for these shimmers, but we will just have to see. It's a really pretty color. Also, looking at this palette again, a few of you requested like the dark reds when you saw the picture I shared on my Instagram story, which was just a picture from their personal feed. And the shades down here looked way different in that picture than they do in real life, and I didn't realize that when I shared the picture because I was just sitting on the couch. I wasn't staring at this palette. But I think there was a bit of a filter on that photo, so just keep that in mind if you are potentially interested in this palette. It looks like this, not necessarily like the picture that I shared. As far as those bottom shades, at least, I feel like the rest of the palette looks pretty much the same. Just something to be aware of. That's a really pretty color. I like it. I want to blend it out a little bit with Bub. I had a few people want to see me use Bub. That first shade was called Forever Young. I don't know if I said the shade name. This is a Colourpop E2 brush. Just going to lightly lay this against the outer edge just to soften it a bit. Ooh, that looks lovely. I really like these colors. That looks so pretty. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take Deep End now, this purple down here. I'm just gonna use this pencil brush. It's an Alter Ego number 7. I'm going to press that in my outer corner and a little bit in my lower lash line just to have a nice transition from the red into the blues. I love pinky reds and purples next to each other. I think it's such a pretty combo. This purple seems pretty decent so far. Purples can sometimes be tricky, so this is nice to see. Just taking that first blending brush I had, no additional product, just to help smudge that purple into that more burgundy shade that we had going on. And then I'm just going to take that bigger fluffy brush that I had with Bub, just to help blend these edges some more as well. And again, no additional product. Oh my gosh, I have so much shimmer from that highlight under my eyes right now. Those highlights are crazy. They're so fun though. I'm going to take my NYX glitter primer and just the packing side of that Anastasia brush, and I'm going to pop some of this across the lid. I don't think I'm going to go cut creasy with it. I just want it to just be on the lid and then blend into what's going on. And then for the blue, I'm going to take Tiffany's, which was highly requested that I use. A lot of people wanted to see me use Tiffany's. So that's what we're going to use, and we're going to see what it looks like on the eyes. The shimmer is like not wanting to lay down very well. I'm going to try my finger. Ooh, definitely works way better with the finger. Brush and glitter glue is not doing it, but the finger looks really cute. Ooh, I look like an icy. That's so cute. Just taking the blending side, again, no additional product, just to smudge. It's actually really cute. did not pack on well with the brush, so I was quite nervous, but with my finger, that looks really pretty. It's not the most insane shimmer I've ever seen in my life, but it's still really cute. I guess I should highlight with my face highlight, so I'm just gonna take that Sugar Sweet one again. I'm just gonna use my pinky finger for maximum precision. It's pretty much it for the eye look. I know it's not the most like wild, insane eye look I've ever done, but I didn't really feel the need to go wild and crazy with it. I think it's really pretty, it's very colorful, and I like it. I'm gonna finish up my details and I'll be back when I'm done. All right, I'm back. This is the final form. Very cute. I really like how this came out. I really like how simple and minimal the amount of products were. For me, at least. You guys know that I totally used a million products in a look. This was a lot more minimal as far as the amount of products used, and I think it looks really pretty. So far, the mattes that I used were really pretty. The shimmer isn't so much of a showstopper for me in this palette as much as it was in the Slave for Salma palette, so I'm not sure what's up with that. The shimmer I used, it was okay. It's pretty on the eyes, but I had to really pack it on, but the mattes were really pretty. If you guys want to see me play with this some more, just let me know. I do also have that B palette, it's up there somewhere, that I showed in the last one that has more of the like grungy, springy colors is how I describe it. So let me know if you want to see me play with that. Let me know what you want to see in future Shop My Stashes, whether it's one of these foiled lips cosmetic or just something else entirely. Leave your complexion product recommendations for me to use as well in the Shop My Stash videos. All that good stuff. The eye pencil I decided to go with is called Azure from NYX. The lashes I'm wearing are Eris from Sugar Pill. It's my first time wearing these and I think they're really, really pretty. And the lipstick I went with is called Rouge from Anastasia. Haven't busted this one out in a while, and I just felt like I wanted a darker lip for this look. I don't know why. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a beverage emoji? Because I'm really thinking about ices right now. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeautBee and follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.